Brotherhood. Hi, my name is Joe and welcome to Stasis Bone Totem. I played the game before this, Stasis, Cayne, and Beautiful Desolation, made by the same developers, but we're back to the Stasis universe. Let's just dive right in. This is a point and click adventure type horror game. It is so much darker when the light goes out than if it had never shone. That is so much true. Like a point and click adventure game, and I'm playing with mouse, hence no gamepad input capture on screen.
This is salvage barge Kilo Delta Kilo 12 calling on VH channel 16. Over. Stationary vessel position 23 degrees 10 decimal 45 minutes south. 71 degrees 18 decimal 41 minutes west. This is salvage barge Kilo Delta Kilo 12 calling on VH channel 16. Over.
Nothing on the AIS.
Nothing.
Keep trying.
Repeat. Stationary vessel in position. 23 degrees 10 decimal 45 minutes south. 71 degrees 18 decimal 41.
It looks so weird with the tires on the side. I was questioning myself whether it was a ship or something driving on a surface that vaguely looks like water, but it's just a ship.
It's definitely stationary.
Okay. So definitely very different from what we've seen with Stasis.
This is salvage barge Kilo Delta Kilo 12 calling on VH channel 16. Do you require assistance? Over.
Okay, this is an oil platform. Cayne Corporation.
Deepsea 15.
Tomorrow's future today.
Shit. It's a Cayne Corp rig.
Still no response. No comms, no power.
Maybe they bugged out. Just left instead of dismantling her proper.
Only one way to find out. I see a docking port up ahead. Hold on tight.
Such a different setting than before. Before we were in like some testing areas. Like I remember Cayne more than I remember Stasis, which is a problem.
Here
But
we go.
it's been a while. It's been a while.
Please let everything be all right. Please let everything be all right.
Okay. Problem with Stasis is this is like horror apocalyptic end time stuff with some weird experiments and stuff happening, and I don't remember basically anything, but that works. Fury on the waves. And the interesting thing is I could have configured my gamepad to work with this game, and I tried to do that. But then
Okay, we're tied
I
off.
couldn't.
Rain may be letting up too.
Ha! And the foxhounds are live and sniffing.
Foxhound mapping network connected.
We really think these mapping drones are worth it.
We have to map the whole thing. The salvage reports. There's no way we do that without drones.
And we're borrowing them, Mac, not buying them.
Borrowing has a price too.
Look at it, Mac. If it's empty, this changes everything for us.
Not everything. Sorry. You're right. I'm gonna head into the rig.
Hey, let's sync the QSDs.
Quantum storage device. Shared storage is now concurrent.
Here's active.
Yeah, I still can't find the spare device though.
Oh, it's on Moses. I needed its battery.
Great. QSD on a toy bear. It'll be passing as seashells and barnacles.
He's more than a toy.
Okay, use an item by selecting it from inventory and clicking on an interactive location on the puzzle screen. You can only use items on a puzzle pop-up screen. Ping to highlight locations in the environment. Blue means interactive and green means description. Share an item by selecting and then clicking on a portrait, or grab an item by hovering over a portrait and choosing the item. Open PDA to view archive conversation logs and collectibles. Place items in the special inventory slots and manipulate them. Mech can break, bend and crush an item. It's the... Wait. Whoa. Do you really have FPS issues? Because my main screen doesn't. Encoding overload. Okay, what the fuck? Why do we have encoding overload? I'm gonna go into the options in a second, but we have to... Oh my fucking god, what's the slideshow? What's this slideshow? Can you even hear me? Great. Switch characters by pressing their portrait. Okay. What the fuck is this? Hello, asshole? What do I do? What do I do my settings for? Really? This. Close and apply changes. Suck. Still not working. What the fuck is this bullshit? Okay, system managed forced FPS. Okay. I tried to force 60 FPS, that was a mistake. I'm gonna save here. Gonna quit and look at my recording whether I need to re-record this all. Okay, that was the weirdest shit I've ever had. Like, my preview showed everything totally failing and everything being like 10 FPS, but the recording is fine. Like, everything's fine. I've never had that happen to me. Continue here. And just continue as usual. Sorry for that weird interruption then. That was on my end somewhere. But everything's fine now, hopefully. So. That. Huh? Okay, I can ping stuff. There is stuff here. Bed. Bathed in the glow shed by the fairy lights, the thick blankets promise warmth and security. Can I interact with that? Okay, right click is ping. I read that wrong. There's a bookshelf. Variety of sentimental knickknacks occupy the wooden shelf. The rough sea has shifted some of Hope's favorite books. The sophisticated... What do we have here? Duct tape. That's super helpful. Okay, let's look at this. Everything's here. That's 0 out of 20 collectibles. Okay, good to know. Main menu? That's if I would have pressed escape, like I did. And then there is this. Okay, can it stop? Okay. Use strength. I can use my strength to bend, break, and smash objects in the inventory. An item must be in the adjacent inventory slot. We cannot break that. And we could try to use our duct tape on ourselves. Okay, and this is 2 more slots that we will get for something else in the future. The interesting thing that is the fucking video preview is completely broken again, although I fixed it just a second. Hello! I have fucking applied and saved my settings. Do not make stupid bullshit here. Why do you do stupid bullshit here? I've never, like, this has never fucking happened before. What is wrong with the fucking OBS? I updated OBS and now it's doing bullshit. And now it's working. What the fuck? If I'm in the game, will it start to break again? Probably yes. But whatever. Oh, can I concentrate on the game now, game? Computer? Okay. Super toy. The sophisticated robotic kid's toy casts a forlorn figure. The patchy 4 betrays its age. However, this rare Mr. Kibbles model boasts a learning AI on par with modern alternatives.
We should really get rid of these. But yet...
They have an AI inside. That's not good. Duct tape that. What? Yeah, duct tape that. What? What's happening now? Now I can look at it after I interacted with it once. Okay. So we will be able to insert something here. Hope, apparently. Insert something here and then press the button. But for that we need to insert the AI core. Okay. But we cannot duct tape that shit. Okay. Good. Next thing. Unopened letter. Final notice and payment due. Oh, that's not good.
How are we going to... It's just... never ending.
Sigma, Tau, Gamma, Epsilon, Beta, Mu, Theta. Okay. There's a lot of name here. STG, it's also not spelling out something good. Okay, we would have needed to pay this. This QR code is not scannable because it's kind of obfuscated and I cannot do anything here. Okay. And we have a picture frame over here. Family photograph of Mac, Charlie and Hope. Cherished memory.
I keep waiting, but... Fool's errand. Never hurts any less.
Okay. So we know now that every time I start the game I'll have to re-put 60 FPS in, because it won't go to 60 FPS unless I tell it to, and if it's in 144 the OBS interface will be bugging. What? Okay. A variety of workbenches have been set up around the deck. Preparations for any salvage or broken tools that may require repair or adjustment. Rainwater drips from the crypt's bulging wood. The bassinet's pink paint has been worn away by the weather and salt water has seeped through the little mattress. As a result, the impression left by a sleeping figure has almost vanished. Yeah, the crypt is still here, but we placed it outside because we don't need it anymore because his family has gone missing. The dark ocean seeps into the horizon, an oscillating canvas upon which a full moon radiates, illuminating the ocean rig in the absence of functioning exterior lighting. A persistent breeze tumbles past the ship from the inside, carrying with it a now familiar scent of salted rust. Forward. The ship's helm is a chaotic jumble of old equipment, shards and novels, weathered by use. An entrenched aroma of caffeine emanates from a dashboard-mounted espresso machine. We have a cell research station. Salvage wouldn't be caught dead without a pure cell research station.
Fuse housing is totally rusted. Gotta fix it at some point. You know, with all the free time that I've got.
Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Like, this should be fixed. This should be fixed. Like, if we try to push this, we see that there's stuff coming out of there. Okay, we need to fix this at some point, but for now we can't fix it. But good to know that we have something here that we will be able to fix at some point. Okay. Void black broth slaps anxiously between the two hulls as if distressed by the chafing proximity of ship and structure. Various plastic detritus clings desperately to the structure wall, the refuse of a once active workspace. A retractable bridge, in addition to providing convenient means to board and disembark, it also proves helpful when attempting to improvise access to salvage, lacking any crew to roll out or welcome. The spotlights that illuminate the Deepsea 15 logo are either off or non-functional. The loudest tell that the rig has been abandoned or discarded. Okay, double click runs. We cannot go forward, okay. But we can click on this, which just means go to the next screen.
Okay, let's see.
Blue sky systems posted. Active. All systems nominal.
Radio check, video check, vitals check.
I hear you. You seeing what I'm seeing?
Mm-hmm. Plug suits live. Signal is good. This rig is massive.
It doesn't look scuttled either. There's way too much equipment left behind.
The interesting thing is, with like all the stuff going on with the OBS difficulties, it always showed like a CPU load of 2%. So there was nothing going on. But whatever. Okay, a saucer. Sitting idle and unpowered, a lunar satellite dish idles, rusts slowly claiming its surface. The amount of cargo left strewn about suggests the dish stemmers may have come earlier. The stacked cargo appears to contain disk drives. Water has found its way in, though it's unlikely any of the data has survived. A curtain of dark runners coat the wall below, betraying the presence of leaks within the piping. Darkness swallows the other side of the landing as the sound of groaning steel structure echoes in the wind. This cargo
That is a long way down.
17.5 meters.
I could make it across that beam.
Nuh-uh, no way. It's too dangerous. I'll find another way across.
Okay, we're supposed to go that way, but this beam is too narrow for us. This cargo seems to hold the personal effects of some of the crew who worked here. Awkwardly handled and imperfectly sealed. It seems they were packed in haste. Oh, I see just that you cannot see the guy's portrait behind me that I was referring to. So when I took this and put it here, use on self. That's how it looked like. Not that it matters. We know that it's just the portrait there. So it's perfectly safe for my portrait to sit there. For my portrait to sit there. Oh yeah, that can completely close the interface. Let's do that. Various panels seem to have been pried from the flooring, though the reason for this is unclear. As a result, puddles of rainwater have pooled into the exposed architecture. These containers seem to have been packed and placed in preparation for loading them onto the ship. However, the extensive weathering from the elements suggests that such a ship never came. A thick layer of grime has collected within the deeper recesses here, where paint has peeled away from a lot of the piping. It's hard to tell if this is also a result of the installation being abandoned or simply negligence when this rig was still manned. There's a PDA here. Looks like another lab is being set up on the mule. Yesterday's cargo resupply had at least a dozen stasis pods. This morning I processed a sizable neural cortex vat suspended in jelly. Not gonna lie, it made me hungry. Kurt Kurtdog. I forwarded the security protocols to Follis. Unfortunately, the asshole still has me by the balls and he knows it. I thought it was just in my head. But the more I listened, the more convinced I became that it was real. I asked everyone around me if they could hear it too, but they all just looked at me like I was crazy. I couldn't shake the feeling that the music was there, though. It was so faint and ethereal, like it was coming from another world. I've never had an experience like this before, and it's really unsettling. I wish someone else could have heard the music too, so I wouldn't feel so alone in this. Investigate and order treatments for cybernetic degradation due to the salt air. Order maglev coupler bracket. Investigate required space for gas turbines and worn gate components. Order security latches for the maintenance lab. The maintenance lab doesn't have security latches. Check for new food and film catalogs. To Babs Darren, I fear that I may not express myself correctly if I try to tell you how much you mean to me. I'm working on digging us out of the depth hole that I unwittingly put us in. I can only imagine the shock and the disappointment you felt when you found out. I was sure the investment was good, but I recognize now that I have a lot to learn. I fully expect to repay the company and get you out of the debt holding facility in 5 years. I have a surefire way of making a ton of cash. Oh god. I need to pay off a few game debts, and then I can get my system running again. You will always be right here in my heart, no matter where I am. No, the gambling will be in your heart no matter where you are, Kurt. The pill pushers told me to start keeping a dream journal. So here it is, the same dream I have every night. I am in a magnificent chapel. Large red and black stained glass windows with emblazoned images of Jesus and Mary are staring at me. 1,000 voices hum in the background. I look down and have no arms, legs or torso. My head is part of a seething mass of goo. I scream and the entire mass vibrates, and I start humming the same tune. My lips are forced to move against my will. A human figure enters from the vestibule and tears my tongue from my mouth. I am forced to look at the figure. It speaks. I do not understand its speech. Father Melvin would be proud that 3 years of religious education have finally borne fruit. Note to self. Juca paste 4 crates. Don't confuse berry for strawberry again. Biodazed suture packs. Order tube cable and piping spares for the mule, including replacing a mile of melted 10-inch steel core cable. What the hell could fry this line in the freezing Pacific? And 2 calcium injector units for Dr. Elspass. Cap. Are there any issues with DS-15 outgoing mail? I've been trying to get a hold of my mother. That's the mother that is in the depth facility. To get a hold of my mother for the last month, and every message I've sent is still marked as pending delivery. I've comped my settings 1,000 times. I'm hesitant to push too hard since Cayne takes care of my mother as part of my contract, but she's the only person I put up with this. Literally, shit work and criminal pay. I've spent the last 2 mornings unclogging sewage and scraping more of Kay's sorted experience out of the assorted containers. I think I deserve the right to check up on her. Can you help me out, Cap, for old time's sake? Bell maintenance keeps tripping the electrics up here, which is a pain in my ass. Kurt do this, Kurt do that, Kurt fix this. So I'm going to bypass Substation 1 and Substation 4, nuke them both from the system. Of course that could result in a catastrophic fire, but that would be someone else's problem. No juice for the entire platform means a vacation for Kurt though. Whoa. So he's frying the entire ship electric so that it's someone else's problems instead of his. Yeah, what a fucking asshole. The dreams have stopped, but the chorus has gotten louder. I can now make out some of the words. Apple trees and pear trees are in blossom. Mists above the winding river float. Quarantine order. Oh. Forest drone races are on the hiatus, which is bitter news. Worse yet, the quarantine went into effect before the last results and payouts were distributed, so I'm left twiddling my thumbs, waiting for this whole thing to blow over. I can feel in my gut that I want something, maybe even one big, and I can't help wondering if the greedy bugger isn't using the quarantine to cut me out. As a cover to cut me out. Yeah, that might. He's betting on the fucking drone races. He is in a gambling debt. What an idiot. On the other hand, if you're like addicted to that, it's not easy to find your way out. I get that. Like, I am addicted to this shit, if it properly displays. And it's like I'm addicted to that, and I can just tell you, do not start smoking ever. It will ruin you financially and health-wise. As of now, I'm fine. I'm like 30 something, but yeah, don't start smoking. But from my smoking addiction, I can kind of get the gambling addiction. But still, like, it's ruining your whole existence, not just, like, this is so much more abstract. Like, it's ruining my health 30 years from now. So it's like not as evident as like losing all you have on gambling, like just, and then just continuing to gamble. Like, that's so apparent that that's a fallacy. But okay, not found. What? 65 log entries were erased remotely. Cap's wife came up from a mule in a Modi bag. Please keep me safe in your care, Cayne. Help me to feel your presence and know that I'm never alone. Protect me all, from all harm and guide me on my path. May your love and grace surround me always. Okay. There was kind of like a lot more shit going on. Gate release mechanism. And that's the point where we can go. Gate release. The storm shutter has been lowered. Fortunately, it can be opened with a light tug on the driving chain.
Found the power generator. It's not spinning.
Explains why we didn't pick up any radio chatter. Think we can get it running?
Well, it's locked up, but yeah, looks intact.
Hold on, I'm coming up.
Oh, now we got a second portrait here. She doesn't have anything in her inventory. She has two things here. Could use my technical skills to fix objects in the inventory. 2 items must be in 8. Okay, 2 items here, and then we can use the duct tape to fix stuff. Okay. No reaction of her. No reaction of her to the stuff.
Hey, Moses. Silly bear.
That's Moses. Okay. We get a name. Moses.
I forget how frighteningly beautiful the ocean is at night.
Frightening's right. Especially during a storm.
Though there be fury on the waves, beneath them, there is none.
Says who?
Does she have... Yeah, she has nothing to do here. Like, she also can't just fix that.
Times like this, wish I had something to pray to. Please, let this all be okay. Let it be okay.
Yeah, just everybody be
Deepsea
gone.
15. What is this place?
Who cares? Let's figure out if it's empty, claim the title, and get out of here.
Well, this one may warrant some overtime.
Can she actually cross here?
I can do this.
Charlie, I mean it. We can't afford this right now.
What does that mean?
It means when risks catch up with you, they catch up with me too.
Yeah, she can do that, actually. Okay, that's interesting. She also can't try to get any data from here, but can she fix the PDA? This part. And this part. No, she cannot fix the PDA. Okay, I could use her now.
Well, that looks heavy.
Yeah, no way I'm getting that open by myself.
Ah, okay. We can use both to go up here. This vantage provides a beautiful view of the oceanic expanse, though the highly questionable absence of a railing against the sudden drop results in a vague sense of acrophobia. I get that. I have that too. Like, if I'm standing near a cliff, I like to keep like 3-4 meters distance, like way more than needed. But I don't know why. I like it's not fear of heights per se, but it's something I don't know. It's yeah, I don't want to get close to something like that. A dense cluster of electronic wires and cabling. Being open and exposed like this and for so long, it's a grim prospect for any functional electronics inside. A network of service pipes spread throughout the facility, the veins of the industrial body. So different stuff here. Fan blades. The massive fan blade dissipate heat from the electro pump power generation room below. A pair of freshwater tanks store water for use by the crew. You're not quite sure how fresh the water is, though, considering how long it has been standing here. More hastily packed luggage, intermixed with containers filled with spare parts. Reinforced walls. The steel walls here seem to have been built doubly thick. While common in construction and casing containing high-pressure environments, it strikes you as somewhat unusual to find a sturdy wall housing rig facilities. This is actually blocked now. And yeah, it has been eaten away by the sea, as the sea does. Okay, this one. The information poster features basic information on the power distribution layout for the DS-15. AAFG JJAA is legible. AAFG JJAA. That's weird. We'll probably see it at this junction box. Heavy Stormgate components are shielded by an earth constructor. Okay. Okay, this has been opened. Take the duct tape. And use the duct tape here. We can't? Ah! We took the broken control unit out. And now... Wait, it said something? Looks like a fuse has blown on it. Okay. Fix it with duct tape. Nope. But we're gonna give it there. And with him, we're gonna tear it apart. Okay. Give it back to her then. And look back in here. Okay, and we could place it back there once we've repaired it, but we cannot repair it with duct tape alone. We need a fuse. And that's all we can interact with here. Okay. Then that leads me to another idea. We had another broken piece of stuff. Of technology. Which is this. Okay, cannot use that here. Good, meaning our only way to progress is getting her over this.
Charlie, goddammit.
I made it, Mac. It's fine.
It was fine this time.
I know my limits.
That's not the point. The point is if you get hurt with our debt, we lose the boat too. Haven't we lost enough?
That's why we're here.
This woman.
The cavernous area below hums with turbulent winds and echoes of ocean waves bearing down on the structure supports. Something large and heavy forced these balustrades to nearly collapse. Where that fell into the ocean below was cleared by hand. No trace of the culprit remains. This section of the ocean has suffered from the violent gravity of collapsing architecture. Of the ocean rig. Of the ocean. Of the ocean rig. The violent gravity of collapsing architecture, tearing away walkways and supports as if they fall from above. I think we can cross that again. The walkway leading to the crew facility has become a twisted mass of steel cables. Let's go that way. More double-layered steel walls encase the facility interiors. The cost must have been staggering, though it begs the question as to why it was felt they were ever needed. A cumbrous aluminum enclosure is stuffed with chaotic assortment of exotic apparatus and elements. Okay. We have to take the one thing that we can go over. And it didn't collapse again. At this height, the wind begins to tug and pull at exposed architecture, the beginnings of a howl starting to form as air gushes through the skeletal remains of the walkway.
A lot of damage here. Storm must have done this.
Please be careful.
This isn't my first rodeo, Mac.
Prolonged exposure to the element has exceptionally entrapped the crane within a thick coating of rust. A portal window. Condensation blankets the interior portal window, but the dull light allows you to make out the various shapes of machinery within.
Looks like this is the only way in. It's rusted shut.
Rusted portal window. On the outside of the window, oxidation has accumulated over time, sealing it shut. A warped handrail, likely victim to the same occurrence that took out the rest of the walkway. Okay, multiple things here. We got a twisted rod. This heavy-duty rod looks like it was part of a crane and heavily jammed into the window hinge to keep it very securely shut. Can we use it to break something? So we give the twisted rod to him, and he with the strength will bend it back to a straight shape. Yeah! Yeah, baby, now it's a decent weapon that may come in handy. Yep, give it to her. Because a straightened rod will act like a fuse. Nope. But we can fix it. Okay, everything's fine. I know what to do now. We're gonna shatter the glass. Not. Okay. My husband has apparently made it less pretzel-like. I think it was prettier when it was twisted up. Ah, okay. So, this is the confirmation we didn't have before. This is the wife. So, it's the child that's missing. The child from the crib is missing. Okay. I assume we need you. Don't know what to do with the straightened rod, but let's just... we cannot interact with that. We have 2 places to put that. Yeah, this won't work. So the only other place where this makes sense is the other piece. Like, we only have 1 more interactable piece. We have 2 interactable pieces, actually. I'm trying to use it as a fuse. But we can, like, supercharge it by stuffing it into the toy. No. So I'm missing something, but I do not know what. As we're here. So this is her. Doesn't look like her, but because of all the rig she's wearing. But oh, and that's Moses. But the daughter is probably dead. Dead, or they had to sell her to the company. We know how shitty the company is. There was nothing else here, yes? Like, he couldn't interact with more of this, so the only other thing interactable here is you. Did I miss something? Okay. Did I try every combination? I did try every combination. Is it... Is it sensitive on which comes in which? Okay, okay. That's not the thing. So, if I'm not completely mistaken, she has only one interactable point where we cannot continue. So all the stuff now goes to him. Because we want him to first try and break stuff again. Which doesn't work. And then we have this junction box.
Something's not right. All this equipment, why would they leave it?
You've heard of gift horses, I presume.
Yeah,
Trojan horse.
and Trojan horses.
This will mean something. At some point. Oh my fucking god, no. QR code scanner. There are no clues here. QR code scan says there are no clues here. Thank you. Thank you. So he cannot break anything in the junction box. It basically says there's only one interactable point. I'm trying to jam it between the things and nothing with that. Trying to duct tape shit. No. Trying to use this unit for something. No. Okay. I don't like being stuck in like the first room ever. Okay, that has no interactions. That has no interactions. Only way to go is here. And we have two things here. One of which is our cell recharge station. Interestingly enough, when I place it there, it goes away. If I place it there, nothing happens. If I place it there, it goes away. That's super weird. I'm trying to duct tape shit here, which doesn't work. And the straightened rod sometimes goes away. Okay, everything tried here. Only other interactable point is you. Can I hit Moses in the head? I tried each and every interactable point. There's only one thing. And that is some... I tried to do something with you. Use engineering that way. Use engineering this way. Then put it there. Use engineering that way. Use engineering this way. Then that way. And the other way around. Okay. Everything possible has been tried. Can you please go? I'm trying to use it like on screen somewhere. Okay. Hello. Work with me, game. We straightened this rod, and now? What's wrong? Did I forget about one interactables with her? I interacted with every interactable. What's wrong? Why am I stuck? Why am I stuck? Doesn't work. I'm like super stuck. There's 3 interactables in here? Yeah, there are. And 1 there. Like, I don't get this. I tried everything. There's like some interaction somewhere that like it's not like I can get our material in here. Can I can like I would like. Can I use this on the PDA to break it apart and take the cell out of it? There was another possibility actually, but okay. And then the only other thing we have is this, which is completely dead and doesn't work. I don't know what to do with the straight rod. Okay. This has been going on for way too long. I'll bash my head against the wall a bit more until I've figured out what the fuck's going on here. There's something amiss. Huh? What the fuck? What happened here? Why is this was bent out? Huh? I'm super confused. Yeah. Okay, I have a fuse. I know exactly what to do with the fuse, but what the fuck? Where did that fuse come from all of a sudden?
These fuse boxes are tricky, but the control unit should work now.
Where did that come from? What the fuck? Whatever. Yeah, that works now. Place it here. And that activates the next room. Oh, door. A lock gate. The old but secure graphene magnetic lock secures the lighting glade.
Need something to pry this lock.
Oh, you mean like something straight and metallic? Too bad someone lost our crowbar, isn't it?
Hey, that seagull was eating my sandwich.
Hello? Continue that operation? Okay, then use force. That we do it?
And
oh, okay.
Got it. Now let's get that power back on.
I would really appreciate that.
It's just a magnet. Okay, we have a magnet. Take that apart. Nope. Okay, we now have a magnet and we have an open door from which we can continue. Good point to stop the episode and explore something new tomorrow. Have a nice day. So far I'm enjoying this, although I have no idea what the problem was there. Whatever. Have a nice day.